said we shouldn't react to things within 24 hours, so we probably shouldn't record a podcast 1 hour later. You like it?
Added sugar.
$20 and I'll chop the rest of your hair off. Finish it here, sir.
I went to pick them up and the Tauriko School Hall has been demolished. You're listening to the Pepper and Me podcast, Around the Dinner Table with Cherie, Cam and Lorne, where we chat all things food and business. Hello, good morning. Welcome back to the Pepper and Me
Morena.
podcast. Morena team.
How are we going?
Shall we put in a quicker...
Feels like a Monday, but it's actually a Tuesday.
Yes, it does. I kind of like that. That's nice. The kids have got a teachers only day though, so...
That you forgot about?
Well, I didn't... Yes. I never knew about it in the first place, so it wasn't like I forgot. I just didn't know because I don't
you
read.
went to go drop them off at school?
Here she's talking about her diary being on form, eh?
I got an email from the after school thing saying, "Do you want to register your kids for the teachers only day?"
Oh.
And I was like, good to know. There's a teachers only day.
What if you say no? Do they have to go to school?
No. It's like the after school care.
Oh, sorry.
So
Okay.
they
run
went
a special program.
They
Right.
went back in like term 2 to after school care 2 days a week, and then they didn't like it, so I took them out of it. But then Kit's mate was in it the other day, so he had this massive made a massive scene. He's like, "I want to go to after school care," so I had to scramble and put them after school care for a day. Do you want to know something funny? Actually, it's changed locations, and I also did not know that. So I went to pick them up from after school care last Tuesday, and the Tauriko School Hall has been demolished. It's just a big flat field. I was like, oh, okay. Awkward. I guess they're not at the Tauriko School Hall anymore.
All right, that would have been confusing, eh?
It was. I was like, they were at the school next door, thankfully. But yeah, I had no idea. And when I got there, the lady ran out. She's like, "I was just about to call you because I thought there's no way she'll know that the hall's been demolished."
Not a local anymore, eh? You're not in with the no.
Oh, not really. And I'm so much goes over my head these days. All right. Anyway, welcome to the Pepper and Me podcast. Let's just round off our discussion from last week about the upside down Advents because we were in a bit of a panic when we recorded our podcast, and we've
fixed it.
We've fixed it, and it maybe wasn't as big as a deal as we.
It was hot
made
off
out
the
to
press
be.
at the time.
Well, we had only just learnt the news. It was too fresh within an hour, and like I said, we shouldn't react to things within 24 hours, so we probably shouldn't record a podcast 1 hour later and blow the bloody, when you're still blowing the steam, because it's actually fine. We've got stickers printed. We've stickered the numbers the right way up. Tickety-boo. All's well in the world.
Crisis averted.
It just cost us, I don't know. It's just been a lot of hours of stickering. But the Advents are now flying out the door, and they are top tier. Best thing we've ever produced. Yeah, so happy with that magazine that we've got with all the recipes in it.
Yep.
It's amazing. It's like just come together like a dream.
Showed it off to everyone that came around to our house on the weekend.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, why are you showing me this? I'm like, I'm allowed to humble brag about what we do at work. And especially because it's not different, but it's quite different.
I wish we did it A4.
Bigger.
Because it's that good that it could have been a hardcover book.
Yep.
And I feel like, having it small makes it...
I would have done that if all of the Advent products were going to come back. But I think...
Come back.
Like if we were going to sell the Advent products as rearranged stuff.
Oh, true.
I would have, yeah.
Doing a hardcover A4 book, though, would ramp the price up.
Yeah. I know. I just thought, it's that good that it could have been.
You can always bring it back.
Well, maybe.
We'll definitely bring some of
I will definitely be doing, I think now that we know we can do our own books, we can pop some cookbooks out next year for sure and self-publish.
Yep.
Been telling you that for years.
Yeah, I know. I just found the workload of making a book overwhelming.
Yeah.
But it's actually not. It's photography, it's writing recipes, photography, editing, and then putting it all together.
And then marketing.
I mean, there was a lot of people that were working in the background to pull that off.
Yes.
There was a lot of help from a lot of the staff.
Yes, but we can do it.
We can do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
we have skills on hand to do it, so it's fine. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, all right. Shall we do our quick food reviews first?
The hottest segment.
Segment on the podcast, food reviews. So let's just try and keep this to like a minute and a half each.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
You go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I've got the new snack protein drinks this is from a lovely lady called Healthy Kelsey. She is the ultimate smoothie bowl gal. Became famous over lockdown for her ridiculous smoothie bowls. We have 3 new flavours. This is made in New Zealand. They are protein shakes in a can, first of their kind. I've not seen a protein shake.
For pea protein especially, isn't it?
Is it pea protein? It's made from
Can we
pea
start this
protein
whole bit again?
and...
'Cause you're going to want to put this on TikTok.
Kit.
Right. What's up, Kit?
Oh, no, it's fine. Do you want to try this? Okay, he's coming to try it. There we go. And then you can go pop off, okay? Okay. Okay, so it's oat milk, pea protein. Yeah, they're very clean. So we've got chocolate brownie flavour, salted caramel flavour, and a vanilla latte.
I had a real interesting discussion with Flight Coffee about their new cans. They have normal milk,
Oh, yeah.
and it's a very hard thing to do to get
Normal milk
normal
in a
milk
can.
stabilised in a can.
Ah.
apparently. So that's because all the original ones were oat milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people have oat milk, don't they?
Yeah, well,
Well,
So it's 149 calories and 17 grams of protein, which is pretty good.
yeah.
That's probably standard-ish, I think. Nice can crack. Okay, I've got vanilla latte. Right, let's go. Gosh, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's so thick and you don't expect it to be protein shake in a can.
My one's quite up and goey.
It's very up and goey.
very up and goey, and not for chocolate brownie. I thought it would be sweeter, but I guess it's.
Kit.
You like it?
Added sugar.
It's a no from Kit.
It's very
okay.
cocoa-y, the chocolate brownie
Yeah, well,
one,
it's
which is
just
fair enough.
it's got cocoa powder, chocolate dust in it. Very clean.
It's got that porridge taste,
Yeah, the oaty.
which is oat milk, which some people, I guess, are probably all good with. I'm not a fan of oat milk.
I think we're probably coming from a different background too, because it's pea
It's-
protein and oat milk, which is very one-sided.
Yeah, it's very
Is
clean.
it
Like
pea
it-
protein.
I mean, I don't
So,
like hate it as much
Pea
as I thought I
protein
would.
isolate. Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink it.
Contains
I wouldn't buy it.
caffeine.
Well, it's got the vanilla latte flavour.
Oh, latte.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you like it, Campbell?
That's sweeter than the chocolate.
it's
That's not bad.
It's probably the best tasting pea protein I've tried in a while.
Yeah.
But I'd rather a whey protein
Yeah.
personally. But because normally it's a lot grainier pea protein, and that one's not.
But that's more of a
Well, that's different.
a drink that's got a little bit of pea protein in it, right? Like that wouldn't replace a whole protein shake, would it?
Yeah.
I
Would
normally-
it?
Usually about 20.
Yeah,
Really?
22 grams.
20,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 20,
Okay.
20 to 30. Yeah.
You can see how much I know about protein shakes. That's pretty good then.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I bought a protein bar yesterday, a wafer one,
Yep.
and because I was hungry. I was like, oh cool, 210 calories, 11 grams of protein. So
Right.
it's literally exactly the same as a Snickers bar. Snickers bar actually has more protein
Oh my goodness.
for the same calories. So
Really?
I'm like, why? You know, that's a have. That's
Is
a
it-
marketing.
but is it the sugar?
Protein.
Yeah, there's
Sugar, no sugar.
It
in
didn't have
though.
sugar in it.
Yeah.
But
one of
who
the
cares?
one of the funny things is like parmesan. What's the proper name for it?
Parmigiano Reggiano.
That's probably the best protein bar you can buy. It's actually got higher. It's like 16 grams of protein per like X amount. You know, like a
Right.
bar.
Really?
size.
Oh god, isn't it the best thing in the world? Anyway, great New Zealand business. Well done, Kelsey. The branding is
Branding's on
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Awesome.
That is going to look amazing on the shelf. It's New Zealand made. So if you're into the protein shakes, that will be the one for you.
And you're
How cool.
vegan.
lying off the shelf.
It will be flying off the shelf. I don't think it's quite made it to the shelf yet, and people are scrambling to buy them. So very cool. Well done, Kelsey. That is awesome.
Dairy free world will be loving it.
Oh, I think anyone who likes to bring the vibe, comparing these to all the
Yeah.
gym bod protein shakes, like it's just such a different look. Like it looks cool to drink, and none of the other ones look cool. So
It's like F45 rather than lifting weights at the gym, isn't it?
yeah,
Or BFT,
I don't think
or
I was
what's
going to
cool
say
anymore.
BFT. I don't think
F45
F45 is not cool anymore. I think it's BFT.
I
It's
think
cool now.
I got an email from the F45 email list, and it's now called S30. I don't know.
Oh, have they changed?
Oh, like a 30-minute workout.
Yeah, and it's now
Speed
S
30 or
instead
something.
of F. I don't.
sweat for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Why were you getting an email from them?
Oh, because once upon a time I used to go to.
When's your guys' running race coming up?
5. Yeah, let's not talk about that. All right.
You want to go with me?
Yeah, I got my one. This isn't like new or exciting, but I wanted to grab it because it's no, shut up. Okay, so what do you get at Easter, right?
An egg.
Easter eggs.
Yes.
Okay. If you're Cadbury and you've got all of the molds for your little Easter eggs and you use them once a year, what do you do at Christmas?
Chocolate bauble.
Chocolate baubles. I had not seen them, and now you can buy chocolate baubles.
Yes, these.
How clever from a production point of view.
Are they circle or egg?
I was just going to point out the flaw in your logic because
What?
that's a circle and the Easter eggs are actually.
No, you
shape.
buy hundreds of these.
No,
but the
Nah,
machinery
bro.
would be the same. It would just be the molds.
Just the molds are
You
different.
wouldn't.
Ah,
you
right.
It's a
wouldn't-
different
Yeah,
shape.
yeah, but it's.
So do they
the
have
production
all-
line would be the same. The packaging would be the same. Everything would be the same. To change it from a little
Yeah.
egg to a circle is nothing.
Oh, it's 100% genius.
Genius.
Yeah, it's great. Great marketing. Perfect little size chocolate. Do you know what? If I was Cadbury, I'd be scrambling to keep up with Whittaker's.
Oh,
You'd be having to pump out something all
Different
the time
tiers,
because they
eh?
are just not even in the same.
They're not in the same league.
Nah.
But is that like local New Zealand? Like is Cadbury even New Zealand anymore?
Well,
Is it all over in Australia?
oh, that's delightful. Yummy.
Yeah, Australia. Cadbury Australia. Like it's like
They'll all
They're
be
not even
owned. They'll
competing
all be
anymore.
owned by massive corporations in America.
Whittaker's wouldn't be right.
Not Whittaker's, I don't think.
So
the
it's
same
like
thing,
you've
eh?
got the local, knowledge, you've got the local people on the ground that actually will throw some weight around.
The chocolate's just 1,000 times better.
I just wish people would use more salt.
Ah,
It's probably my only thing.
You like salt on everything, eh? I've really come around to a salt on a biscuit.
Yeah.
biscuit.
I love a salty cookie,
Right.
Salt on your
oh,
fruit?
yeah, okay.
but sometimes I'll just not on that.
I think it
Anyway,
just levels it up.
clever marketing, clever use of production line. I like it.
Yeah, what could we use our machine for? Something else.
Yeah, I
Baking
know.
something.
No, I was like, do we do an advent calendar for Easter?
Can you dish out some single serves? Single serve sachets into some stuff?
Well,
knows?
we should be doing that. Yep.
We're trying. Can't
Right.
keep up.
Campbell's.
Anyway, I've gone and grabbed marshmallow fluff. So I saw this on the shelf and I was like, I've always heard of Nutter Flutters on American movies and shit like that. So I wanted to try it. So,
Never heard of that.
oh, have you not?
No.
It's like peanut butter and
Is that
marshmallow
like-
sandwiches.
Is that like when you get butterflies in your stomach when you're doing something nervous? But
Sure, maybe
with
I
something
don't know.
else. You get the
Nutter
flutters.
So this is probably
Damn, on your first date.
leave me alone, man. Just because I'm
Marshmallow fluff. So it's a white marshmallow fluff
So-
in a tub, in a plastic tub. Where did you get that from, Cam?
this was in Pack and Save in Tarika.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see these American
More and more.
products just more and more and more, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because that would have been like impossible to find
Even
and
a
then
year ago.
A year ago, and then yeah, it's just everywhere now.
Zebra International, Papma,
They make
they're
it.
distributing
Oh,
it.
the distribution.
No.
So they'll be
they're-
importing it.
Yeah, they're from America.
Yeah.
But that's quite interesting. That's probably how Tarika got their hands on it.
Cool.
So there you go. Look, this delicious sandwich made with marshmallow fluff and peanut butter. The flutter nutter.
Flutter nutter.
There you go.
Great. All right.
Yeah,
Make us the
okay.
sandwich.
Well, I thought we'd try it by itself first.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming it's just going to be marshmallow, but
I've been seeing these cool drinks with this. You'll like this. So on a clear glass, you like
Smush it down the side.
push it up the side and then put coffee on the iced coffee on it. And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah?
you can do it as a ghost shape for Halloween.
Oh,
So
that'd be
you've got like
cool.
a white ghost and then an iced coffee.
Can you do it on the top and then could you
I
like,
have.
roulette it?
that's like plastic.
Could you toast it? What does
Yeah, you
actually
could do it,
toast
and
like?
you have like toasted marshmallow.
Yeah.
Oh, yum. I actually have tried this and I really like it.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I wouldn't have it on a sandwich, but I think it's a cool product to use on desserts or like
Yeah,
it's
right.
very sweet.
So the texture's quite like plasticky.
It's less stringy than a toasted marshmallow.
It's
like-
just soft and gooey, and
Yep.
as opposed to a marshmallow being chewy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
it doesn't get stuck in your teeth or stuck
The
to the
marshmallow
roof
fluff.
of your mouth.
Because you could put this on top of like a chocolate pie and then toast it and
Ah,
have like a
that
s'mores pie. Yeah,
Or like
that
a
would
pinkie
be,
pie or something.
you know,
like that.
without having to go through the admin of making it.
You guys want crust on or off?
I'm gonna go
What, are
crust
you
off.
3?
Well, yeah, I am actually sometimes.
Yeah, because we just want to taste the filling.
Oh.
It's too many calories in
I've
peanut
got too,
butter.
I've got too many curls in my hair already. As my mum used to tell me, eh? Oh.
I'm having a little party on Saturday, and I'm going to do a high tea. I've decided.
Nice.
Yeah,
Is
just
that
keep
for Halloween
keep
or?
it classy. Nah, it's my friend's 40th, and we're just having the six of us. And I thought, let's do a high tea. We're gonna get real dressed up because we've decided, when you go out as a girl, the best part of going anywhere is like the 3 hours prior to leaving the house when you get all dressed up. And you put your makeup on, you go
Hanging out with
and
the
you're just
girls.
like with the girls, and then you have to go somewhere, and it's like,
And,
and you know what? You never want to go
So you
to where
just
you're supposed to be
so you
going.
just, a get ready party.
So we're having a literal get ready party. So
It's gonna be the whole night getting ready.
That's the best idea I've ever heard.
isn't it good?
It's true.
So we're going to spend 3 hours getting ready, and then we're going to go nowhere.
Perfect.
It's just like the
You're gonna spend
greatest.
3 hours getting ready for bed.
And then, so the theme is little black dress. So
Oh, yeah.
we're going little black dress, red lipstick, and slippers. And I'm going to set up a little high tea. Okay.
That's
Ooh,
yeah.
Yum. Oh, I
pretty
like
good.
that.
Yeah.
That's a cheeky little
Oh,
snack.
that's delightful.
God, how much protein does it have in that fluff?
Yum.
But I'm pretty sure
Oh, yummy.
it's corn syrup, sugar, egg white. There you go. Contains eggs.
Well, I really like that.
It's just essentially a meringue, right?
Yes.
But like a
well,
stabilized
no.
meringue.
No, marshmallows made with gelatin. I'm pretty sure.
Cornstarch.
Whipped
Corn.
Oh, you are right.
marshmallows made with whipped gelatin and sugar. There's no egg white in it.
Yeah, I know, but that's got egg white in it.
I know. Weird. Don't know. It's nice. It was almost more
we-
like a raw meringue than a
Yeah.
so artificial flavour. It
That's a
doesn't
better-
even have
That's
stabilizer.
a better
in
way
it.
to
That's
describe
fuzzy.
it.
Yeah.
Fluff
Yeah.
fudge. Oh, yum.
I'm quite impressed by that, actually.
Yeah, me too. I really like that. Okay, moving on. Next segment on your plate. What's everyone been eating this week?
I'll jump in. So we did wraps the other night. Have you guys seen the new brioche wraps?
No.
No.
What
So-
brand is it?
I'll have to double check. It's just normal wrap brand. What's one is that?
Freyers?
Yeah, I think it was them.
Because they do a real good brioche bun, which is actually taking over the nation.
The wrap was like, it's exactly what you'd think it was, like buttery
Yeah.
wrap, and
Did it fall apart?
nah,
I
it
feel
was
like it would have not much structural integrity.
pretty bloody
Pretty good.
pretty good. Yeah, it was almost doughy, so you had to like fry it a little
okay.
bit, if that.
Oh,
makes
yeah.
sense.
What did you put in it?
We did chicken wraps. It was like Cajun chicken wraps,
Okay.
salad, all sorts, but I kind of cooked them in a little bit of oil, so they kind of went a little bit
A
crispy.
little bit crispy,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that was pretty good.
Mean?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
They were wrapped up,
yeah.
like toasted. Yeah.
Honestly, like, yeah, rate them highly. A bit naughty. Like, it's if you're not into sweet wraps, I wouldn't, because it does have that
Yeah.
little sweet element.
I love a brioche bun.
Yeah,
Better than like a smash burger with a brioche bun.
those brioche buns that you can buy, that international
Blue
brand,
packaging?
yeah, that you used to do your chicken burgers on.
Yeah.
Those are, I reckon they bring a homemade burger up to bloody top tier.
They
eh?
do. And actually, so I've always used the French gourmet in the blue packet. The little,
That's
they're
the
quite
one.
expensive.
Yeah.
But Freyers have been doing a brioche bun in the packet. And that's what Palace uses. So everyone's kind of switching to this Freyers bun. You
Okay.
can buy them bulk for cooking, and they are absolutely elite. So it's the only bun from like burger shops that you can get a 4-pack of at the supermarket. So the Freyers brioche is really, really top tier.
Is Freya's a New Zealand brand?
Yep, it's owned by Goodman Fielder. So that's how I
Okay.
kind of know about it.
Yeah.
'cause that's what Matt distributes. But everyone's sort of switching to these
Oh,
Freyers
sweet.
buns, and they are really good. The French brioche gourmet are really nice, but they're almost too soft. Would be their
okay.
my one complaint about
Right.
them. Yep,
How do they last so long? Is it just because there's
there's so
so
much-
much sugar?
butter in them.
Right.
Buttery.
Buttery.
Deliciousness.
Yeah.
If they're coming from overseas.
No, they're frozen. They come
No.
frozen from overseas.
Ah.
Yeah, in the freezer truck.
Ah.
Yeah, and they just get defrosted on the shelf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's often a sign saying, "Well, I think so."
I mean, that would make sense, but that seems
I
like
could
a
be
lot of
wrong about that.
admin.
I've just seen stickers on them saying that say
But they're fully
pre-frozen.
they're fully sealed and
I
they've
could
got
be
long
wrong.
life on
I
them.
could be wrong about that.
Anyway.
they might be imported. Maybe they're not even from they're not probably not French. Like they're probably made here somewhere.
I don't know.
Maybe. Okay, yeah.
Because they've been doing
Fuck,
mini sliders now too, and all sorts.
They do all sorts. Little hot dog buns are
Hot dog,
naughty. Like if you
yes.
go a mini brioche hot dog bun with a Kransky sausage.
Yeah.
Oh, that is naughty little thing. Little thing. I really like a Kransky, eh? Oh, delightful. Okay, Lorne.
I'm gonna go back a bit from last week. Your pork fluff.
Oh, yeah.
Cassie sent me an email, and I don't know what Cassie, obviously listening to the podcast at 1:00 in the morning, but the other night she sent me an email at what time was it? Yeah, 1:00 in the morning with a recipe for pork floss.
Oh, yeah.
This is Cassie from the Backshop Shop. And you literally pretty much just do like pulled pork.
Yeah.
And then
Dehydrate it.
dry it out in a frying pan, like slowly cook it in a frying pan, and it must just like shred up into little sort of flossy sort of stuff.
I don't believe that.
No, I don't believe
Yeah.
that either. It has
says
to go on the
literally-
You could do pulled pork and put it in a dehydrator.
It says so. You cook the pork, in water and all of this other stuff with soy sauce, oyster sauce, rice wine vinegar, 5 spice. Blah, blah, blah. Bring it to the boil, reduce, cook for a couple of hours, make sure it's fully cooked. Shred the pork, and then dry the pork in a pan. Add the shredded pork, cook it slowly, stirring frequently until it dries out and becomes fluffy. About 15 to 30 minutes.
Like that.
Yeah.
Well, you do that. I want to call. There's no way you could do that.
I'm a
and make
skeptic,
that.
eh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to say no. It's
Okay.
been dehydrated, but you can try, and you can prove me wrong. I'd like to be proven wrong.
Let the
Yeah.
pork floss cool completely before storing it in an airtight container. It can be kept for a few weeks at room temperature or longer in the fridge. Use pork floss as a topping for rice, congee, or salads.
Yes, congee. Have you guys ever had congee?
I don't know what it is.
It's
This is soup sort of.
it's
situation.
a gluttonous rice. They have it for breakfast. So it's a
Okay.
savory. I think it's Chinese. And it's a savoury breakfast porridge made from rice. So
Oh, yes,
you
yes,
put
yes,
all the toppings on it. So it comes with like soy sauce, spring onions, fried onions, chili, like coriander, whatever, and then the pork
Yes.
floss. So you load up your
Toppings
savoury
onto
rice
porridge situation.
and I've always wanted to try it. I've actually just never seen it on a
You
menu.
just boil rice and stir it,
Yeah, I think so. It's,
smush it up.
so it's very, very porridgey texture.
I was gonna say it's like the gain version of porridge. It's like the savoury porridge.
Basically savoury
Really?
porridge, but made from rice, not
Yeah,
oats.
yeah.
Yes, I've always wanted to try it. It's very, very common staple food.
That's another wild thing I find, how it's real weird for us to think, well, for me personally, to think rice goes with breakfast.
Yeah.
But like overseas,
It's very normal.
it's very normal.
Yeah. Lots of breakfast buffets have rice and stuff like that because, people from overseas, it's very normal to have rice with all meals.
It's the carb, bulk it out.
Buzzy, eh?
Yeah. I guess it's a lot cheaper for them to produce, isn't it? Most of those countries.
I went back to Great Spice last night.
I thought last week you were starting your fitness again.
I was, but then my friend, she's been on fitness too, and then she's been in Bali, so she had 3 weeks off fitness, so she needed a final meal before she starts fitness again today. And look, if anyone's going to be a final meal sidekick, it's going to be me.
Yeah, fair.
Great spice curry.
So we went to Great Spice and had curry. Yeah, it took people a little girls' date.
Did you try anything new?
So good. Had the lamb rogan Josh last night. We got the banquet, $38 a head, and you get the full entree thing: garlic chicken, shish, onion bhaji, big platter, and then we got beef vindaloo, lamb rogan Josh, butter chicken, and naan for $38 a head.
Bargain.
Absolute
All you
bargain.
can eat situation.
Well, no, it wasn't, but we couldn't even finish half. We only finished half the food, so you'd struggle. So yeah.
So good.
Oh, so good, great. And then I've been at mum and dad's all weekend, so we had a roast dinner the other night, and the collie cheese, eh? The collie cheese.
I love how this is
collie,
just coming back
it just
every
comes
week.
back every week. It was the best thing on the table. I did it slightly differently. So I've been roasting the collie sometimes for a bit more flavour.
Yes.
But I just blanched it, and then I made the cheese sauce, and I tried to do a bit more healthy. So I did the butter and flour, and then I used stock. So I did half stock, half milk. And I used a teaspoon of onion
Oh, yep.
and a teaspoon of mustard,
Yep.
and then man grind. And the onion actually
Yep.
put it completely out of the ballpark. I don't think I've ever used onion in a collie cheese.
I
It was amazing.
I put Dude Ranch in my mashed kumara
Yeah,
on the weekend, and that was mean.
yeah. You
So
just
good.
it's so funny, how we have all these spices and you obviously have all these things you use them for, but then when you just change it up, sometimes you just blow your own mind. You're like, oh, that's the best way to have it.
Yeah.
And then so I just finished my cheese sauce, handful of cheese, over the thing, cheese and breadcrumb on top. It was outstanding. Like, it was actually mind-blowingly
What
good.
cheese did you use?
Oh, it was just
Anything that was in the fridge?
tasty. It was just
yeah.
it was just grated tasty. I usually try and mix it up, but I was trying not to overload it.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
cheese. And Dad did a roast pork on the Weber, which was amazing. And then
Charcoal
I
or
did.
gas?
He did the charcoal. Yeah, it was lovely, really nice. Roast potatoes with one of the new seasonings from the Advent, which just like it's the best potato I've ever eaten in my life. Little parboil,
Yeah.
and then the hot roast with that seasoning. Oh my good lord, there are going to be some happy people in that Advent. Eh? That's day one. That one.
Oh, yep.
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 Because I wanted that to go. I was like, let's kick this off with a bang.
Spoils.
Well, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying, just
okay.
kicking off with a bang, an absolute bang. I'm pretty sure it's one. Could be wrong. Anyway, that was that's what has been on my plate.
Since you brought up mustard in there, have you guys heard of that place in the UK that has been recalling?
The old mustard.
Yeah,
Well, it's like everywhere in the UK that's using mustard powder, right?
Yeah, it was like mustard powder, and mustard flour.
Yep.
And the mustard was contaminated with peanuts at a higher level.
Mm.
And there's hundreds of products. being
Wow, it's just
recalled.
like
It
any
would
sort
be
of
in almost
manufacturer.
everything.
Yeah, like it's going all over the place. I think there's one product exported to Ireland. That
Right.
was the only international one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's
It'd be a massive.
It'd be in like all dressings, mayos, seasoning
seasonings,
blends,
yeah.
like
Heaps of stuff.
everything. Yeah, that's wild, eh?
Pre-packaged food. Like
How contaminated would it have been? Like, is there a whole bag of peanuts in there? Because it must be quite contaminated to be
yeah, for that level of recall.
that level. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know, sorry, but I did see that it was from anything from September, before September 2024, they said no good.
No good.
So like they've obviously identified it then, but they don't know when it started.
Yeah, and it must be one brand. That's a big news, eh? Like
Yeah.
peanut.
So many people
But-
would be buying it.
The other big news is the E. coli. So quarter pounders in America there were 75 people hospitalised and one person dead across 13 different states from quarter pounders at
Jeepers.
McDonald's. So they reckon they've just ruled out the beef patty. So everyone thought it was the beef patty. It wasn't. It was the onions.
Sliced onions.
Sliced onions.
Why?
So yeah, it will resume selling the quarter pounder at affected restaurants without slithered onions in the coming week.
How
See, like
do you get? Is that just like?
22 people.
Would
Two
that be
have
like a
developed a dangerous kidney disease complications. One person died in Colorado.
Would that be from like a contaminated machine or something like that for E. coli to go through the onions? Because wouldn't normally be in onions, or does that come from the ground?
what's a bacteria?
Yeah, it's a
So,
bacteria.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think well heat normally
the
kills.
farm.
Heat normally kills.
But the onions won't be cooked, so that's exactly
Ah.
right, because it's raw onion, I think.
Oh right,
So
okay.
that's what it'll be. The bacteria would have been on there and
There you
then
go
just
then.
spread. Yeah. Yeah, interesting because it's funny how people always assume like meat's the most dangerous thing, but yeah, stuff from the diseases that live in the soil and then go on to things like lettuce, which you don't cook, are the most dangerous.
Garlic's
Stuff like E. coli.
Yeah.
garlic's one of them with the
Garlic
botulinum.
is very dangerous.
Yeah, botulinum.
Botulism.
Yeah, and then that well, botulinum's the bacteria,
Oh yeah,
and then the botulinum is the disease. Like that's what people
that's what you get.
get.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like a breeding ground in oil and things like that. But I think oxygen's meant to also kill it. So like when things are canned in oil or like stuck in oil, it stops oxygen getting to it. The botulinum gets killed by oxygen, essentially, something like that.
Oh,
So
so
as
the
and
oil
oil-
stops it dying.
yeah, so
oil keeps it alive.
keeps it alive.
Ah.
So it's like one of like the it's one of like the massive breeding grounds for it.
Hectic.
Okay.
What
Yeah,
did
that's a few big dramas in the food
So
world, isn't
Burger
it?
King, you said
Macca's.
Oh, that was McDonald's.
McDonald's. How this is pretty sad to say, but like if that was a smaller outfit, that would be very damaging, right? How damaging do you think that would be long term for McDonald's name?
Probably
Little
probably a
blimp,
little
eh?
Little blip on the
yeah,
radar.
and like that's
Yeah.
wild to think.
Yeah.
I mean, surely there will be some suing going on in America because of that.
Oh, that's
Right.
true.
Probably, but they may be suing. Like McDonald's will be like, right, well, these onions have come from Taylor's Farm in Colorado.
Yeah.
So Taylor's Farm's a California-based produce company, was a supplier of fresh onions used in the restaurants involved in the outbreak. So I mean,
Shit.
they're the ones who will get. McDonald's will just pass the buck onto them. Like McDonald's may sue them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who knows? Because that's where the
That'll get
liability is,
stuck
right?
in the courts for a while.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like,
Because you're not going to test what you buy off someone else. You're not going
No.
to test your bags of onions. There's no way to do
no,
that.
but there'll be some sort of supplier agreement.
Yes.
McDonald's isn't buying something, or you're not selling something to McDonald's. Yeah, I don't know.
So
It's
the onion
very
place will be
interesting.
in charge of their own
Yeah, probably.
product. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, so it's the liability
Chaos.
will be on them anyway. But
meant
you
to
know,
blanch it,
it
eh?
won't even be a blip on anyone's radar.
Yeah,
like,
that's
No, it'll
wild,
just end up
eh?
in the courts with the lawyers.
yeah, no one will stop going to McDonald's.
Someone will P Diddy it and pay them out.
Oh my god, yeah. Let's not go into
We're a
that.
food podcast here, Cam,
Jeepers.
not a...
Oh no, everything I see on TikTok, I'm like, oh my god, this is just getting more and more wild every
That's
day.
wild, eh?
Yeah, this must be so, like 99% must be fake news and then 1% must be real. Like he's obviously a monster, but
Yeah.
like hidden
Yeah.
passages between his house and Michael Jackson's house and like
Movie
Beyonce
spec,
murdering
eh? Like, yeah.
everyone and like oh god, I can't wait to find out what's actually true.
I think
Like
it was
there'll be some
they've-
good stuff in
they've,
there. Some good.
They've hypothesized that Beyonce never had the kid.
Yes, so that was the ex's
That
kid.
was the ex's kid.
Oh,
that they
Lorne,
killed
they've
off.
hypothesized about a thousand things. It's not even worth talking
I
about.
know.
But I'm looking forward to finding out, hopefully,
Yeah.
who was involved.
I
and, like,
honestly don't think we ever will.
do you not reckon?
Nah.
Swept
Yeah.
under the rug,
I,
it's gonna be
I think
hot.
those people have too much money to
know.
let stuff get out. But anyway,
Try not
Especially in
to.
an election season.
Yes.
They'll be promising
Oh.
some stuff or trying to get some stuff.
isn't Camilla Harris is all over Beyonce too? She had like she had a free concert with her.
Right, I'm moving this on because
Moving on,
honestly, it's
moving
too
on.
much.
Yeah,
It's too
politics
much.
ain't us.
Slices. I just like to say that I think slice is the best type of sweet. A slice.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I'm just putting this on the table. A slice is better than a cake, a muffin, a biscuit, a chocolate. A slice is the goat, I reckon,
What? Why? Why?
because it's like all of those things combined.
Yeah, it kind of is, right?
So
You could have like a
it's like
biscuity
blended up
base
biscuits
with like a cakey part on top.
and then it's got
yeah.
icing on top as well. So it's like blended up biscuit with more goodness, and then icing on top. Oh my god, it's just so nice. But cake is, I'm not really into cake.
Yeah, I
Get
get
a
that.
real
yeah.
good cake. I really like a carrot cake, but like a slice is just the goat. That is the one thing I reckon I can't resist. Like I can say no to cakes, biscuits, everything, but a slice, nah, you got me. Lemon slice with coconut.
Okay.
Mum makes a mean one of them.
Yes, I've eaten about 70 pieces over the
I was
weekend.
about to
like,
say, is that what's
don't.
brought it up?
Yes, because our man wanted to make some slice last week, but just like the base of crushed up biscuits with condensed milk, and then you can add whatever flavors you want. Like you do a chocolate one with mint slice, or you can do the wheat bix brownie slice, or the chocolate fudge, like the old school slice. I put like a caramel slice, or like a white chocolate blondie.
I just love
slice.
a ginger crunch.
Ginger crunch.
Underrated.
It is underrated.
Underrated because it's
very
like
nice.
it's not. It doesn't. It's just. It's almost refreshing.
A ginger
like
crunch.
yeah, because the ginger, it's not like
Oh.
super sweet.
You mean like the one with the thick layer of ginger? on
Ginger
top?
icing on top. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah, but not
They're
the
naughty good.
not
Yeah.
the crystallized ginger.
about?
Just anything in a slice.
I
It's
don't
just
know
so nice.
if I agree. And the only thing I think competes with slice is a really good biscuit.
Yeah, fair.
Like
I'm
a-
not.
like a
I,
really good
I,
biscuit?
I don't
Like a-
disagree because you can get some real good like homemade cookies. Like I made
Oh.
ones last week with pretzels in them and ready salted chips because I'm really into that sweet salty combo.
Yeah, they're so
Big
good.
chunks of chocky. They're
The old
yum.
kitchen sink one.
Kitchen sink cookies. But I redid them for the kids' recipes. But it's not a slice. Like a slice is just the absolute goat.
I like the slice, right? Because you can literally have like half a piece or like 1.5
Yeah.
or like smaller bits or bigger bits, whereas a cookie you
Yeah,
kind of
committed.
feel dumb cutting one in
You
half.
can't cook it.
You're
Well,
like-
do you know what I did? I kept getting slices out, cutting them in half, and then eating that, go back eating the other half. Like I cut it into 4, and then I'll eat all 4 pieces. I just love the lemon slice, and Mum got the recipe out, and it's from the Woman's Weekly in the 70s,
Yeah.
and she's got notes by there made February 1990 on like all the recipes.
Oh,
So
wow.
this book is like literally older than me, like by 20 years.
Yep.
Wild. And the lemon slice still stands.
Still goes, eh?
Yeah, and
How
there's
good.
a chocolate. The other one was like a chocolate fudge slice, which was like that chocolate coconutty one that she used to make. Oh, it's
Yep.
just delicious. Just
So
really
I
like
agree
the
with
slice.
all the points, honestly, that you brought up. But I think something about having a warm cookie with a coffee or a cup of tea, I'm like, that's top tier for
Is
me.
that top tier?
Yeah.
What flavour?
Homemade, it has to be homemade.
Yeah.
I love a homemade chocky chip. I love a little homemade ginger nut. And then those ones that you made, little salted caramel on it, a little bit of salt on it. Honestly, I think that's the heat factor. When I get a nice warm one, I'm like, oh,
Interesting.
stop it.
Yeah, no, I think slice. It's a slice for me. There's a new account I've been following on TikTok. Actually, these new girls. Yeah, this new slice shop. But there's this one in England as well. They do all the markets and the slices they make, like these like 10-layer
Yes.
slices,
Yep.
and there'll be like a Malteser row, and then there'll be like a brownie row, and then there'll be like some sort of different. And there's like,
So good.
yeah, it might be like the next big thing. Those giant loaded slices, with 10 layers.
Could be.
Because yeah, could be on, eh?
It's pretty, like, visually, like, it's getting that
beautiful.
split. Like,
Yeah.
it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll have to find the account because it's very impressive to see all the different sorts of slices that they do.
What's
Love
that
it.
salad in, like, Minnesota that's, like, got...
Salad.
Yeah, but it's got, like, they put it in a tall tube thing.
And they lift it up.
And it's got, like, gummy bears and, like...
What?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
not seen
rogue
that.
as, but it's like this layer salad. I don't know.
with gummy bears.
Something weird.
There's some rogue salads
yeah.
though. They've got like Jello salads and like.
Oh, really?
and they do an ambrosia salad. Like they count ambrosia as salad. They put pineapple and.
Crack up.
Yeah,
With
it's-
yogurt and cream.
yeah, and it's like and they put cheese in it. Cheese and mayonnaise.
Oh.
It's like a sweet. It's absolutely rogue. Yeah, actually, I'd love to make one of the recipes and try it. And there's one like lime Jello salad
Oh,
with cheese and pineapple. Yeah. Oh, I might have to make it.
That'd be funny. I imagine that little
Oh, I
sweet
know.
salad off.
Okay, cool. Well, that was slices. Just I've mixed up my notes here. I've got down here. We need to make a board game for Pepper and me. It's on my to-do list. I think it could be great. And then seed oils.
Interesting.
Seed oils.
Yeah.
God, I'm sick of hearing about it. Seed oils will be the death of you. Is it made from seed oil? Is it really that bad?
I think a lot of the things to do with seed oil come from inflammation that it makes. So rapeseed oil.
Rapeseed oil.
And the shell, it helps like a bit. Those will probably have canola or rapeseed oil in them, and it's to do with shelf stability as well.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things that people talk about with it is the inflammation it causes in people's bodies. And again, it's a drop in the ocean if you're only having a small amount.
Yeah.
It's when you're constantly eating processed foods that all contain it. I think it starts to cause issues.
Right. Yeah. And so if you chopped it out of your diet completely, you'd probably notice quite a big
Well, if you're
reduction.
eating
if you're eating
heaps,
heaps of it.
yeah.
Whereas if you're just in moderation, it probably doesn't matter.
Well, but you're probably unbeknowingly eating a lot.
Yep.
Because it would be in
Heaps of stuff.
a lot, like processed foods, I'd say.
Yep.
A lot of seed oils. But it's just another thing, isn't it? But I wondered how important it was if we need to be doing a sesh oil version of sesh oil in a light olive oil or something. Like we've actually tried to do it in olive oils, and the taste is completely different because it tastes like olives. Like it doesn't work. That's why we do it in canola. But like, I wonder if there's a market to do it in a different oil. Say it's going to taste slightly different, but provide that option for people who, because if this seed
gonna
oil
be more
thing's
expensive.
not gonna fizzle out like most other things, just fizzle out. So I just wait it out. You know, when everyone went keto for that few years, and is that keto? I'm like, oh, let's just wait this out. And of course it passes.
Yeah.
You know, now it's seed oils.
Yeah.
I think the thing with seed oils is your guys' product's probably a lot different because the other ingredients around it are herbs and spices. A lot of seed oils and processed food are bulked out with a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Like there's like artificial flavoring, stabilizing 22, like all these things. There's a real interesting book about, it's called Ultra Processed People, and they actually talk about the food industry over in the UK because it's a UK writer, which is like massive on processed food, but a lot of the ingredients are self-regulated. and so you can say, "Oh, we've tested it; it's fine,"
Right.
and it actually hasn't been
Hasn't
tested,
been.
and a lot of that's all caught up in it as well. So it could be the same thing as the whole back in the day when processed meat or meat was a bad guy, but they were talking about the whole processed meat side of things versus like grass-fed meat,
Right.
and that was all demonized.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Everything has its moment in the
Yeah.
chair, doesn't it?
but the ultra processed people's a real good listen.
Yeah,
It's
that'd be
real-
good, worth a listen. It is. Yeah, I do. There's so many things, isn't there, that you're like, God, like pick your battles, right? But that one does interest me because it doesn't seem to be going away
Yeah.
in a lot of communities. So I was like, oh, I wonder if we should think about trialing an option.
We should give it a go again.
We can give it a go again. It's going to be more pricey, obviously. But if people are people are wanting that product and not buying it, which from being at the food shows and talking to people,
Yeah, people are.
people are avoiding it. So yeah, if we can provide that option when other people aren't providing that option, then that might be, I don't know, a little niche market. God, I really got into we went to the Kinloch markets on the weekend. Oh my God, most insane market, isn't it?
Busy.
It is heaving. It's not pleasant to be at because you just, every single food stall was like a 25-minute wait for anything, which is wild.
For Kinloch.
Yeah, and you can't get out of Kinloch. You're like stuck there till 5 p.m. because
I
the
know.
traffic's so bad. It's just wild. So we should definitely have a stall there next year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why we never have actually.
Yeah.
And we should definitely make bacon sandwiches. I reckon I could have sold 500 bacon sandwiches.
Morning glory on the road.
Yeah, like anything. It's just manic. But there was a few, because I always like think of things from a business mind.
Yep.
And I'm always like, oh, that stuff's come straight from China.
Timu.
Temu,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
I see things and I'm like, that's clever. Or there's handmade things and I'm like, God, that's a hard sell to sell a big ticket item at a market. But there's always stuff for kids, right? So there's always face painting, balloons, stuff like that. But there was the air gun tattoo. So you spray tattoos for kids.
Yep.
So she got up and it was set up like a full tattoo studio. So you felt bad, dude, like, all these tattoo pictures. And you get the book and you flip through your book and there's like $5 little ones or $10 big ones.
Yeah.
It's just spray on ink. So you
Genius.
You just stick a like template on.
You just
spray it on.
hold the template there and spray.
That's so cool.
It's actually genius.
Yeah.
Like that is.
It'd be
That's-
$10 for like 3 minutes work.
Oh,
And
not
free.
not 3 minutes. But she like cleanses the area with the patch and like you get the whole,
get the whole
process
experience.
and it would
Lie down in a chair.
You probably 1 minute
Yeah.
for $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bargain.
Oh, absolute bargain. I was like, do you know what? That is money for jam. So yeah.
Kit would
very-
have up the kit get one.
Oh, and he fizzed like
Yeah.
and he was like, picking the area, and so she had a couple of colours you could choose
Oh,
from.
really?
And the little spray guns, yeah.
Yeah.
But minimal investment, I'd say, for maximum return.
Nothing at all.
You just need to find work throughout the week somehow. Or you just do it as a side hustle. Like,
Side hustle.
great side hustle.
do three markets a year.
Second one that I was really impressed by was the hair wrap. So Pepper's got it.
I saw that in her
one
hair.
strand of hair and it's cotton all the way
Yep.
down. And the girls just go mental for it. Like, they all want one. And it took quite a while. But they do it. They charge by length of hair. So there's a sign saying $20, but that's just a shoulder length. If she measured it, she's like $45. I was like, ooh, God, no, $45.
She's already got Pepper in the seat too. Have you?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I
Halfway done.
ended up yarning to her. I was like,
$20. $20
was
and
like-
I'll chop the rest of your hair off. We'll finish it here, sir.
I heard her say, because she must go and work at the Taupo Holiday Park sometimes.
Oh,
So they'd called her
genius.
to go in and
Genius.
be there.
It's entertainment.
And so she's got to buy twine and some beads,
Yeah.
like literal cotton and
Yeah.
some beads. And I was like, how many can you do an hour for?
Yeah.
So yeah, a couple $100 an hour for some twine and some beads.
Not a bad Saturday.
Not a
Saturday.
bad
Yeah.
Saturday if you're doing,
That's
you're
alright, eh?
pumping through 20.
You can
Yeah.
get someone in.
Because I drilled, I drilled down,
Automation.
I drilled down on it. I was like, so how did you learn to do that? Like, what did you, and she goes,
YouTube.
well, I paid someone $50 to do one of my daughter's hair. And I thought, I'm absolutely never paying that much again for it. I'm going to learn to do it myself. And then
There you go.
here we are. And she had her 2 daughters doing face paints.
Oh,
And they would have been like 9 and
Yeah.
like, next door for $5 a face paint. I was like, oh, this is cool. I actually get real into stuff like that, eh? Because I'm like, good on ya.
Yeah.
There is like absolutely money to be made in side hustles. And that was like the financial podcast I was telling you guys about. And he talks a lot about that. And I feel like it's quite overwhelming for some people, maybe just to have that idea or that like push to go and do it.
Yeah.
But there is, if you're struggling, like there is money to be made, and you don't need to invest a huge amount in ramping up this business. Like,
No, you've just got to have the willpower.
you've just got to have the willpower, and you've got to have an idea that, like, obviously you can't have 5 people doing air gun tattoos at the market, so those things are kind of taken. But there's
but you'd find a market that didn't have that person there, and you just go to that one.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, maybe but if it's in a different town, it's not going to work for you, right?
Oh.
You just have to have something, your own thing like that. But like me and Matt doing the bacon sandwiches, that was, we got you did cool branding for us. But other than that,
It's time.
It's just time. But like, you could, there's money to be made for sure.
It's even cooler when like you can enjoy what you do on the side. Like,
Yeah, if you're having fun and yarning with people. And,
my illustrations become my side hustle, really.
Yeah, true.
And like, I'll get sent work and I'm like, oh, but then I'm also like, nah, it's cool because I get to draw. But it's like, you're right, like it's spending the time outside of like work to do it.
Yeah.
And I think you're exactly right. Like some people go, whoa, what do you mean you work outside of work? Like it's a foreign concept.
You've got to be willing to hustle.
Oh,
if you
man.
want.
You have to be willing to hustle, and
Some people just aren't like that.
some people aren't like that, but like I guess when you grow up around it or like you're immersed in that sort of culture and community, it's just comes
Second
naturally
nature.
to you. But
Yeah.
I'd really like to get. I was just encouraging the kids. I'm like, you could do that, Pepper. You could be at the markets doing face paints or like.
No
stuff
reason
like
why
that,
not,
like,
eh?
and
Yeah.
try and get them into it real early. So actually, someone messaged me after my chat about the business for kids last week.
Oh, yeah.
And oh god, I'm not going to be able to remember the name now. There is this app that's being developed in New Zealand for school kids, financial banker, BANQUER, financial education made easy for schools. So schools are using it and they've turned it into a game. So it's a computer game where you learn
Very cool.
about financial stuff, and this is like. So yes, it's sponsored by Kiwi Bank, Banker Primary, Banker High. It feels like a gaming platform, but what it's doing is increasing the financial capabilities of the students. So there's like heaps of designers on this, and great story, like incredible. I really hope that the kids' school is going to use this. I'm going to send it to them and be like, you guys should be using this.
Did you ever play any of those games at school and it was like the hot dog stands? Where you had to like you had to click to like sell a hot dog, and then eventually you could like hire someone, but then you had to buy like more buns, and then or you had to buy another like hot dog like cart and all of that sort of stuff to like scale up income.
Yeah.
Remember any of that stuff?
Well, I do vaguely,
Yeah.
but I don't think it was deep enough to do taxes. And
No,
it
but
was-
like
But yeah, the gamified concepts.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
basics of it are there.
They are.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. So I was actually really into that. I was like, oh, that's great feedback from. So not YouTube videos, but a game.
Yeah, that's all. I guess it's another way to
Something.
immerse them in.
It is something.
I just played bloody Sims and Zoo Tycoon when I was a kid.
Well, I mean, Sims well, Zoo Tycoon's like that,
Sims.
right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you've got to sell tickets, you've got to get attractions in there. The attractions cost money. You've got to set the price of the ticket, right?
Man, when I got elephants, I was like,
But
winning.
right? You're like, yeah, I'm going to put my tickets up twice as much because I've got elephants. People are going to want to come to my zoo. It's economic.
Yeah, that's true.
Like most
Yeah.
games are economic, like based.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
I had one more thing I want to talk about. I should have pre-warned you guys about. Do you follow Becky Jones?
No.
Oh,
Who's Becky Jones,
Jones
sorry?
and Corey's World. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they're like
no.
they are influencers. Influencers. I don't know. They're TikTokers.
Yep.
And I think some of them are from Manchester, some of them are from Wales.
Right.
And they just do the what I eat in a days.
Oh, okay.
And I've always followed this Corey's World because I thought he was being satire. He's always like, I'm trying to eat healthier. So I've using light mayo and like adding half a cup to his but he's never eaten a vegetable in his bloody life. And I thought it was humour. I thought it was funny, but he's actually serious.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I'd been watching it for months, and then they like linked up, and they must have got put on this cruise together, and they're all like massively overweight, and literally I'm just absolutely mind blown by
What they
the
eat.
fact that they've never eaten a vegetable.
Right.
Like, they have takeaways 6 nights a week, probably, and then for breakfast and lunch as well. And then they think they're real healthy if they have beans on toast because they've made a home cooked meal. This whole group of them, it's just absolutely blowing my mind. But
Do you
they're
reckon-
really nice people. Like, they're lovely to watch, and they just get shredded in the comments. Like,
Do you
they just
reckon
get so much hate, but they're like laughing because they're like, oh, we're making tons
was
of
about to
money off
say,
like
TikTok and all the
our
views.
haters.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you reckon like it might not be satire, but do you reckon they're leaning into it?
I think they are now because they're obviously
Making money off
off it. But I mean, to look at your comment section and have 1,000 people calling
You
you
just wouldn't watch.
horrible names, and no, they
wouldn't.
do. They reply to the comments and like, yeah, and they're like, oh, we're making money off it. But like, God, they must shred you to pieces. Like, there's no way you can.
Skin, eh?
Yeah,
man?
you'd have to. And then so they all meet up together now and eat this not even nice food. Like, it's just constantly Domino's, these awful looking burgers, and like,
And they think it's healthy.
well, they're trying to two of them are trying to lose weight, so they're trying to eat healthier. So they're trying to have less takeaways and make more food at home. But
Yeah.
it's literally like, oh, well, we've got a pre-made light curry,
Yeah.
pre-packaged, like it's
Processed food
it's
still.
insane.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's so black and white. And I asked me, I was like, is this how people eat? Is this like,
American, eh?
no, it's English.
Yeah,
So
oh,
it's
just-
Wales,
yeah.
Welsh. And I was like, are they just not like, oh, I don't know. It was mind blowing. But
wild.
they're lovely people. And I actually enjoy the content because they just get so much joy from the bloody Mackies that they're eating. And it's takeaway night. I've got a Domino's. Let's tuck in. And they're having like, oh, I've not tried. This is a McRib. I'm going to try it. Oh my God. And they're just so like,
Are they eating in their cars too?
oh,
That was that massive trend for a while.
yeah, people eating in their cars. No, they usually take it home, have it in their hoodies and
Oh, really?
yeah.
What is?
It's actually like, it's so
Interesting.
interesting. So it's Becky Jones and
Corey's World.
Corey's World, and then Corey's girlfriend Leah, and then there's this Charlie girl, and it's sort of like they've all formed this little gang, and like everyone's coming like, oh my God, they're all like found their people. Now they all hang out with each other and do what I eat in a day.
Good on them.
Oh, it's wild. Yeah, absolutely wild. Yeah, and I actually quite like. I've now that I've obviously watched it, it's just feeding me
Yep.
constant
Loops you back in.
stuff, and I don't know why. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm in the world.
So,
Someone's written a song about Becky Jones. They're like, Becky Jones, she's on the go. They like,
It's so
they
good.
just lean into it. They like made a video clip for it and stuff. There's all these memes. Like, everyone else is out at the pub and I'm just at home watching Becky Jones shove her gob full of shite and like all these memes and like kind of mean, but like she kind of loves it. Like, she's
One you put me onto was Mickey's Lunchbox for a while. It's not
Oh,
really
yeah,
happening
Khan.
anymore. Yeah, Khan. I can't remember his last name.
he's pretty big time now in Aussie.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
But that Mickey's Lunchbox was awesome.
was good,
So
eh?
he used to make his flatmate lunchbox every day.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And it'd just be the bougiest looking lunchbox.
Yeah, there was a hot box and then all these little fancy cut up fruit. That was good, eh?
Yeah,
That
it's
was-
so good.
It's clever content
It is
because
clever
people
content.
watch like it's
Yeah.
almost attainable. Like if you put some time and effort into making a lunchbox, and you kind of like, well, I don't know, I
They
haven't
do,
watched
like-
those ones. Those
do,
ones
like,
might be a
stacked
little bit more
lunchboxes.
intense. But like the kids' lunchbox or like the making my blue collar worker a lunchbox.
Oh,
Yeah,
Off
yeah.
in
They
America.
do, eh?
Yeah.
But isn't it just funny how, like, maybe it's just having a specific niche of content that really works because you know what he's famous for. Mickey's Lunchbox, that's what he was famous for.
But I think it works well for the like TikTok algorithm because TikTok can put your content in a very specific niche. And so if somebody goes down a bit of a rabbit hole of that niche, your content's going to be the first that jumps in. Whereas if you're doing hodgepodge content left, right, and centre trying to
Yeah.
find what works, TikTok doesn't know where to put
Where
you.
to put you.
Mm.
Interesting.
So like if you just stick to one thing, it's like it's easy. It knows when to feed that content to other people.
Yeah,
So
true. There's some good. I really like the Aussie guy Michael. He used to be a beauty blogger, and now he kind of sits. He's got a little cooker, and he kind of sits in front of it, and cooks like a big pot of something. But he's just funny. He's just hilarious. He's really good, actually. He'd be very popular. That
I
one.
watch the food TikToks for the ones that like have super high production value, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like wishing that we could do
videos like that.
Oh, like all the effort.
I know.
Fail at it.
Did you see how good that my food bag video was that they made for me?
I know.
And I emailed her like, because it was my job to do the other 2 meals here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I've not read the bloody recipe right, and I've not done it right. I'm like, oh god, this is going to be embarrassing when I share my videos after their full production schedule. Oh well, I don't have time to do anything else this month's.
This month is wrecked.
How many people did they have behind that though? Like helping?
Well, it was just there was a videographer videoing it.
Yeah.
And then there was a food stylist, kind of she'd prepped everything and was passing me the food.
And there's an editor behind it.
Well, the videographer, edits the video.
Right.
Yeah, but you kind of, if you're the face of it, you're just being handed stuff and you're just being told what to do. You're not got to do
You've got
the whole production start to finish.
Professional videographer.
Yes, and he knew what to capture. Yeah, lighting, professional studio. I mean, it was certainly a level up. But, anyway, one day. I think that was the last thing on my list. Did anyone else have
Stick
any?
the filters and...
That was funny, eh? That ad was great. Ad for Cane Enable.
Off. The Cane Enable one's popping off.
Yeah, we did good with that. Mum and Dad watched it 10 times. They were like losing it, eh?
Mum didn't even know it was us, eh?
Did you not?
She was like, who are these people? she doesn't understand you can put filters on your Instagram.
Oh,
it's pretty cute,
I think
actually.
our background is now becoming like almost an iconic, like it makes all of our content jump out. You see that and you're like, oh, it's our content.
True.
So interesting. Like I don't know whether we need to mix it up or whether we just need to lean into it.
I think lean into it.
You need to get a knife on the shelf.
True. Yeah, do some Cane Enable knives on the other side. Yeah. Excellent. No, that was a good, and I quite like the other little ads we made. I did have fun. I think. Yeah, you're right. You just gotta do more, but you really need to be in the mood, or you need to clear your schedule because you can't rush.
No.
The vibe, eh? You gotta lean in and take some time and have a bit of fun with it.
I think, I think
Gotta be
and it's definitely while we're getting better, it's still something we can get way better at too.
Yeah.
I think that's the goal. Is don't the first 10 are never going to be perfect. So you just got to keep pumping them out, and every time you do one, you're going to learn something more.
100%. Put the hours in, eh?
Yep.
Put the hours in.
Anyway.
All right, great. Lovely, lovely week. By the time this comes out in a few days, we will be ready to ramp up for Black Friday. So listeners get the first heads up. We are starting our Black Friday month on the 4th of November.
Black Friday
And yes,
month.
we're doing a month instead of a week.
that's
We want to get in there first. We're going to ramp it up.
It's going to be fun.
We're going to have fun. We always have fun. So, Monday the 4th, keep an eye out for your first few deals. Share it with your mates. Tag away. Get excited. Jump in on the hype. Buy all your Christmas presents from us. Make sure you get teachers' gifts from us. Make sure you get everyone's gifts. Buy Cane Enable knives. Cane Enable knives to your husband, your granddad.
Get them engraved.
Your mates.
Perfect.
Get them engraved with whatever you like. Yep. And we've got some nice, we've got lots of new stuff from last year too, so that'll be good. So if you gifted Pepper and me last year, you can gift again this year with some different
100%.
flavoured things.
You know it's going to work.
Yeah, we've got some great little things too, like $15 to $22 price point for, Secret Santa's workmates, teachers' gifts. So
All of that.
we got everyone covered.
And we're still locking in corporate gifts.
Yeah,
So
we
if
are.
If you've got a boss that doesn't know what to do for Christmas, or if you're buying gifts for clients or anything like that, hit us up.
Yep, very good. Okay, have a nice week. Thank you.
Awesome.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Thanks for listening to the Pepper and Me podcast, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're interested in any of the products that we're talking about, you'll find us at pepperandme.co.nz.